Beautiful. Okay.
Are we good?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and start.
All right. Okay. Hey, it's Walt Rabon with my good buddies, lifelong friends, David Nowell and Jeff Ivey. What's going on?
What's going on?
What's happening?
I finally got I finally can see both of you. So yeah, we're good to go.
Cool.
Okay.
We've been struggling with this for what seems like eternity.
Yes, we're old farts, man.
Yeah.
Jeff,
Yeah,
dude, I was thinking about you today. I was
Thinking
at my
about who,
record
me?
store, old records off the shelf,
Yeah.
and the UPS truck pulled up, brought me the brand new Van Halen box set, the Sammy
Oh, yeah.
Hagar years.
I saw that, man.
I put on the side 5 that has Crossing Over. You remember that one?
Yes, that's probably my favorite Sammy Hagar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you probably
Van
heard it
Halen
on cassette or maybe CD, but I don't think you ever heard it on vinyl.
No, I heard it on vinyl. It was extra track on the Japanese CD that I bought.
Yeah, you need to come by and check this out on vinyl. You hear shit that you ain't never heard before in that song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you know what I mean.
I got you. Well, that would be interesting. Is there anything else on there like I Want Action?
I'm not really
Oh,
sure. I remember it had the songs from the Twister soundtrack.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
got
both
you.
of those, and then a couple of other ones. But
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Crossing Over is the one that stuck out because I remembered how much you liked it.
Oh yeah, man, that's a cool song.
Yeah,
And Eddie played drums on both of those. Eddie played 2 drum tracks on that song.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that.
It was either
Yeah.
Eddie played on one side and Alex played on the other side. But anyway,
That's cool.
it's a cool song.
Up too.
Yeah. Anyway,
Are we
What's
stepping
going
on each
on?
other? Is there like a delay or something?
Yeah, I think there may be a little delay. We just have to I don't know.
All right.
we're on there.
I need to get one of those little headset and microphones like you have. I think that would eliminate the.
Well,
You know,
I have a friend here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Say hello to my little friend.
Oh my goodness, it's Laurel.
Yeah, it's Laurel. Yeah.
Hey, Laurel,
Hey.
what's going on?
Oh, not much.
She got her Nutty Professor glasses on. Well, she
You know
had
what?
them on anyway.
She showed up at the perfect time because I had this great idea
Yeah.
how we can make this interesting each week. What if every week one of us brought up a couple of old photographs, but the other 2 guys didn't know he was going to do it?
Oh,
Ooh.
Lord.
Oh, I'm
You
good
got
with that.
photographs, Walt.
You know I'm good with that.
How would that go over?
Yeah.
It would be
All right,
fun.
y'all tell me about this one.
I
I'm
got no
just gonna put it
shame,
up.
man.
All right, let's see if you can see this one.
If there are pictures of Jeff, he'd love it.
Hey,
Oh, I know.
go
what that
down a
one
little
is.
bit.
Oh,
Is it
me
glare?
and Easley.
No,
Oh,
that's
man.
you and Jeff.
Yeah,
Is it glaring?
Yeah.
kind of
little-
glare.
a
But
little
anyway,
bit.
I had that crazy.
All right, let's try this one.
I had some crazy shirt on. Oh yeah, I remember that one too. Good
Oh, my
God,
goodness.
man.
Is
Yeah.
that me with the thick? Oh my. Oh.
No,
Wait.
that looks like. Is that Tim?
No, that's
No, that's you and David fighting in the motel room with a chair.
Oh,
But
'Cause
y'all
I
were just
thought it
play
was-
fighting. It was just play
Oh,
fighting.
Lord.
Just
Walter.
no animosity.
Walter. He was going to put out one way or another.
Yeah, no
Wow.
doubt.
What is that?
He
Yeah.
was showing a picture of me and David fighting. And
Oh, I
I
thought that was a
and
picture he was
I
holding.
gave in to David, and he
I made you a man.
he put it to me.
Stop
Well,
Well,
giving
you
it
ever
to
see
me.
the picture?
Now we got dogs.
Well,
How
I'll
many,
try it
you got a lot
again.
of pictures of us, Walt?
I do, but let's see here. Can y'all
See?
see that?
Yeah, I
Oh,
can
that
see
is you, David. Dadgummit. Okay, I thought it was Tim.
No, that's
No,
me.
You got the
no,
picture,
no.
Walt. You can see better than I can.
The only
Yeah.
reason why I can tell it's me is the glasses.
Oh,
Yeah, look at
Tim's.
that.
Well, who's that? Who's that?
That's y'all acting crazy.
That's
Oh,
me
Lord,
too.
have
I
mercy.
That's
couldn't
y'all
even tell
acting
that was me.
crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
my
was
God.
laying the smack us down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That wasn't after the prom or anything, was it?
I think
It
it
was
was
probably-
at the old Best Western.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You went
Okay,
with
I got you. I remember
went
that
with
night.
Regina
I do
Bryan.
remember that night. See, that's
Don't
the
drop
thing,
any
man.
names.
Oh,
We're good.
sorry.
Yeah, we're on.
Sorry.
Yeah,
That's
what
the
a
thing.
what a
Because
fun night that was.
David will bring up
15-year-old.
memories that I don't have no idea. I have no clue to happen And you probably can do that. You probably know things that I can't even remember. Well,
Exactly.
Did we go eat? Did we go downtown and get Krispy Kreme donuts that night too?
I'm sure.
Yeah, I think we did,
Lord.
man.
I'm sure. Probably jamming
God.
with Snake or
Now-
Van Halen or something.
Yeah.
I got you. Oh my God, that was in '88. I believe that was '88.
Yeah, I believe it was. You're really good with years, so I'll take your
Hush.
word.
We got a dog fight up here.
Hang on a second.
Oh my goodness. I'm surprised Chester hadn't jumped in here. He usually tries to hog attention when I'm
She's
on the
going
phone.
downstairs.
Say bye so that I can take my posse with me.
Yeah,
My entourage, my
yeah,
security detail.
yeah.
All right, bye, Miss Wall.
Bye.
Did we lose David?
Hang on a second.
I don't know. I think David
Uh-oh.
had an emergency.
I bet he's digging up some pictures.
Oh, David.
Yeah.
Hey, He
Hey
might
Jeff,
be.
I'm sorry I missed y'all last week. I had a bad week, man.
We have them, dude.
Dude,
We
you ain't
have
gonna
bad weeks.
you ain't gonna believe
And,
this. You ain't gonna
gotta live
believe
life.
this.
What?
My sex addiction got so bad I had to go cold turkey. And now I'm banned from the poultry section at Kroger and I got a court date.
Kroger. Well, you can go to another grocery store, man. Shit. You know?
Yeah.
Kroger-
Where did
Kroger's
David
got
go?
the best-
He's scaring me.
Kroger's got the best turkeys.
What is David
Lord.
doing?
Lord have mercy.
Digging up something.
What are you doing, David?
I was looking for a picture, but I'll have to break those out next week. I'll have to find them. I've got so many pictures
I swear.
that trying to find something is crazy in here. But yeah, I've got a lot of pictures. I was gonna break out the picture of me and Walt in our tuxedos from that night.
Yeah. Let's do that each week. Somebody break out some pictures and just,
Oh yeah.
nothing like the element of surprise.
That's right,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
We got some. We
Make
got
you
crazy
explain
pictures.
what you were doing.
Yeah. We got crazy pictures, man. I
Well-
got some pictures.
So how many minutes we got left?
It don't even tell me till we get down to 10. We got plenty.
All right.
Go for it.
Walt, we were talking about where we've gone music wise now. And me and Jeff were talking about how I've stayed kind of in the same lane. Jeff's kind of gone in a different direction, but we're curious about you because you have probably seen more shows than anybody I know.
Yeah.
And that's got to affect what you listen to and the things you like. So just kind of tell us, from the days of the 80s when we were hanging out, tell us how your music has changed and stuff.
Well, growing up, with you guys, it had to be metal or really heavy.
It had to be.
Yeah.
Somehow, when I got to be like 20, 21, I started getting into the Eagles and Tom Petty and Fleetwood Mac and all the classic bands that you would hear on
Good stuff,
the old.
man. It's good stuff.
Yeah. And in fact, during that time, I really got into Bad Company with Brian House singing.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty much the group for like 2 years. Absolutely loved it. Didn't really get into the grunge. I just wasn't ready for it. Years later, I saw Nirvana Unplugged and Alice in Chains Unplugged, and that kind of pulled me in a little bit. But when it first came out, they didn't have guitar solos, and the vocals weren't what I was used to, and just took a while. Late 90s, I heard a band on 88 one morning called Life of Agony, and I went out and bought their CD. They were a hardcore metal band out of New York. Mind blown, ended up buying every CD they had. Years later, in the Train, I think, and
Damned if I do.
yeah, that was probably the song I heard.
Yeah.
That one
like
and
that
the Simple Minds cover, the Breakfast Club song, Won't You Forget About Me.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah,
cool,
but I got
dude.
really, really into Life of Agony. I love that band. Probably my favorite 90s band.
Yep.
But
Oh yeah, man. What was the singer's name? You remember?
his name was Keith Caputo.
Okay.
Yeah,
Caputo.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
good. I'm not a New York guy. I don't like anything from New York except Life of Agony. I mean, I'll
He
just
is great vocals. I like his vocals a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I've been all over the place. And the cool thing about working concerts is occasionally you see an artist that you've never, would have heard before and they blow you away. That happens about once a year.
Yeah.
Most recently, I worked a Lindsey Sterling show. It was a young lady on the electric violin.
Oh, sheesh. I bet that was interesting.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was a really good one.
Okay.
Once in a while, I'll hear a country artist. I don't know if they play Tyler Childers on the radio or not, but or Sturgill Simpson. I don't know because I don't listen to the radio. But
Sturgill,
these guys are really good live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd often wondered because I see you working shows because you post when you're working, and I've seen you put stuff, and I'm like, I wonder. Yeah, I was gonna say, does Walter really enjoy, or is it just, hey, sometimes you just gotta deal with a band that this is not your cup of tea?
Yeah, it's just a job, and I put that on Facebook, kind of like a diary, because I like to look at the memories.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yesterday, I looked back, and it was 12 years ago that I worked my first Nantucket show, and it was with Sebastian Bach. It was a really weird show that we had down.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's
Yeah. That
How
was kind
Sebastian,
of crazy.
Man.
Oh my God, he was like 7 feet tall and acted like a 12-year-old. It was insane. He had a really young guitar player that was like 15, and he was just ripping that kid a new one because he won't playing it like the record. And it was the longest sound check I ever had to sit through. I think it went
wow.
Ooh, I bet that was agonizing.
Yeah, most bands do a sound check in like 5 minutes or less, and they're done. But this shit went on all afternoon.
Well, there's a reason why Skid Row has turned down millions, and they will not have him as
I
their singer.
totally get it. I spent half a day with that dude, and I totally get why they don't want him in the band. I mean, it makes perfect sense to me. But
he's a little
great singer, but yeah, I mean, who wants that headache? I was gonna say, Jeff, how much do you know about Nantucket?
We opened up for Nantucket. I was in a band called Surge, and we opened up for him.
I didn't know that.
One time, I think it was down in Greenville.
That's pretty wild.
And Tommy Red always caught my attention. He always was a standout.
Yeah.
He was and the last time I saw Tommy Red was at the Voodoo show at the Locked and Loaded when we did a birthday thing for me and Butterbean, Tim Bullock.
Yeah.
You know Tim Bullock. Yeah.
Anyway, I missed that. I had to work that night.
But Tommy Red was in the crowd and he was in a wheelchair. And I went up to him and I said, "You know what, man? You've got one of my favorite shirts that I've ever seen anybody wear." And it had the Viagra test dummy on it.
Yeah. Well, David, your favorite band is Kiss. I mean, we know that, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was in the late 70s that Kiss played Cumberland County Memorial Arena in Fayetteville with Cheap Trick in Nantucket. And Tommy Red got to meet Gene Simmons. And several people have told me this. I've talked to eyewitnesses.
Oh, God.
And Tommy Red had, drank him a couple of beers. And he shook Gene Simmons' hand. And he's like, "I just wanted to see what Cher smelled like." I've had several people tell me that story. And then there's another story that I've heard several people tell me where Kiss's manager didn't want Ace Frehley hanging out with Nantucket because of the debauchery or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess Tommy Red was sitting at a table with Ace Frehley, if I've got the story correctly. And that guy threw a fit, and somebody brought a chainsaw in and cut the table in half. And they were both like, "We're not sitting at the same table. We just cut it in half."
That,
my Lord have mercy.
The two of them together, yeah. I could either one of them could have done it, and I wouldn't be shocked.
I totally believe it.
I've always been so upset that Nantucket, they've never gotten the respect they deserve all over the place, because all the albums are good, but that first album is as good as any album that's ever been released. I love that. I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
And that Lobster, man.
Hey, give me 1 second. My TV just mysteriously came on and wrestling's in the background. So hang on.
Let's get it on.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Jeff? Look at their pictures.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're back.
Yep. Looking through the
I mean,
pictures.
how much time is remaining?
Lord only knows, man.
I bet
All
Walter
right.
remembers this picture.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to get on my glasses because I'm old. Like, let me see. Oh, I totally remember that. Is that at
A
Winchester?
place at the beach.
Oh, it is. Yeah, from the third level.
Yeah. That was a good
Okay.
vantage point.
Yeah, I need a bigger
Anyway.
screen to see these pictures.
Yeah, man. Anyway.
Well, what
That
we
was some
could,
good times, man.
what we
Swear.
could
When is
do.
when's the next voodoo show?
The next voodoo show is going to be not this Saturday, but next Saturday. We're playing in Fayetteville. We're doing like a relief concert for the victims of Maui.
Okay.
We're doing that. We're playing at Castle Hoke in
You coming
Fayetteville.
down for that, David?
Nah, I'm not gonna be able to. I don't know when I'll be able to get down to Garner, man. With the boys and everything. I never have choice of my schedule. So if they got something going on, that determines what I do. But I need to get down there soon.
Yeah, come on. You need to see the record store.
Or pick a weekend, and me and Walter can head to your house and crash your pad.
Yeah, I would love to go to up near Charlotte and those little towns and check out all the record stores.
Yeah.
I mean, it would probably take 2 days to do it, but that's something that's been on my list for like years, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to work in Charlotte all the time, and it just don't happen anymore. I'm kind of like, you know, I'm here either at the store or working in Raleigh, but I used to spend a lot of time in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Like second hometown or something.
Well, that's the thing. When you're as busy as you are, you can't go anywhere else. You've got so much going on and around the Raleigh area. I mean, going to Charlotte, when are you going to do it?
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
And you're a grandpa for the second time, right?
Well, the third time, because Ryan had a little boy last year. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Maddie was born last week. That's pretty much why I couldn't hang out with you guys last week.
Oh yeah.
So Rhiannon has
two little girls, two little angels. Yeah.
And Ryan's got a little boy.
He does, and he's going to turn 1 in about 2 weeks. So yeah.
That's crazy, man. Don't blink, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty wild because you guys got all boys, and then I have girls and then granddaughters, and
yeah.
And I got all boys too. That's crazy, man. Well, you know, I don't know, man. Just in the cards, man.
Yeah.
Just in the cards.
Well, tell me about your son's band real quick. They play down there in Jacksonville a lot, don't they?
Yeah, they're called Curb Trip. They spell the U with a V. They play heavy, all original music. It's a cross between Pantera and Korn, and they play a Nirvana cover. And they've played over a dozen shows down there, pretty much in Jacksonville at Hooligans. That's their home, and
awesome.
They're busy, man. They're Darren. Like I said, Darren wrote all that stuff, and he recorded everything. Then he found the band, and then they naturalized it, you know, organically, and it sounds really good, man. Sounds really good. So I'm proud of him. I've seen that boy grow quick as far as the music.
No,
he's amazing. So that's all I can say. He's amazing. Is Ryan playing guitar still?
He does.
Okay. Cool deal, man.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll tune in. Hey, Ryan.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, music's in the blood, really dude. Good. Music's in our veins, man.
It is. No doubt about it.
You gotta have it. You've got to have it. The world's pretty screwy as it is, but if it didn't have music, man, it'd be totally chaotic.
I got to thinking after we were on together last time, like, what would we have done if we didn't have music? I mean, I guess like maybe sports or ride skateboards or something. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
What would we do?
You know, it's funny you should say that because one of the things I remember about us, didn't we meet? Was it Maina Johnson's class, Walt? So
I don't know.
Was it social studies? Because I
came. That was had the shingles.
I got it.
Go ahead.
I think it was, man.
Well, what was
They're
funny,
very
I
painful.
came into class and I was wearing a shirt that I'd got from the fair. And it
Mhm.
said, if there's a rock and roll heaven, there's a hell of a band. And it had all these old artists from the 50s and 60s. And your first words to me were, why doesn't that have Randy Rhoads on it? And I said, I don't know, and it should. But we got to talking.
And I wasn't trying to be a smart ass, but I was trying to educate you know.
No. You were doing, you were testing me. You were like, what does this guy know? Does he know good music? But
no doubt. And John Bonham too.
Yeah. But what happened was a little later on, Darren Abaki got into class and it was the three of us, and that was not good for learning. But one day you two were asking me, you were like, Dave, if you hadn't heard Kiss, what would you be doing? And there's a guy in our class, and yeah, I'm definitely not going to name this one. And he was a little bit nerdy, and I go, I would be him. And y'all busted out laughing, but it wasn't meant to be mean, because anybody that knew me growing up before I really started getting into music, I was beyond nerdy. But that was me a couple of years earlier, just a quiet guy and, a little bit nerdy, and music is what, it's what kind of brought me out of my shell a little bit.
It opened you up.
But y'all started laughing so hard, and I was like, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. And y'all were like running with it.
I totally remember that.
Lord have mercy. I remember back, when we'd always talk about guitar players, and I'd say Eddie Van Halen, and people say, well, Randy Rhoads is better than Eddie Van Halen. And I'd go down the hall, and people I didn't even know, man, Randy Rhoads. And I'd get so mad.
And I didn't realize it till recently. I was watching a documentary on Randy Rhoads, but apparently they had heat with each other. But I don't remember us reading it in the magazines back then. But apparently Eddie made some comments about him, about the thing. He
probably did, man. Eddie was Eddie, but he was very cocky and confident as well, but I don't know, man. Whew.
And the early days of Quiet Riot, they were actually playing the clubs, when Van Halen was playing clubs. So I could see there being competition that early in the game,
And old George Lynch with his boys playing with Van Halen.
Can you imagine hitting one of those clubs, and on 3 straight nights you could see George Lynch, Randy Rhoads, and Eddie Van Halen?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Probably like $5 or something.
Yeah. I wouldn't have drank a thing. I would have just been standing there watching, like, holy cow, dude. You see what I'm seeing?
Probably some wet t-shirt content too.
That's what upset me about the switch in Raleigh. I turned 21. I went to 3 shows and they locked the door. But for like all my life, from the time I was 14 on up, I heard, man, you got to go to the switch, man. They got Megadeth and Queensryche, and any metal band that was not playing arenas played the switch.
Yeah.
So it closed what year? What year did it shut down?
It was the early 90s, but I had only gone a couple of times with a real ID when they locked the door.
I played there a few times with the band Third Degree, so I've had my share of it. It's a nasty place, but all of them clubs they're not known for their cleanliness.
Nah.
But it was fun. It was fun
to
play that shit.
I loved it. I saw Pantera there. Did you go with me? It was Cowboys from Hell just hit Headbangers Ball.
I didn't go with you, man.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I would have.
It might have been my friend Trey, but saw Pantera there, saw Overkill there. That was a really good show. And Faith No More when they first came out. And I don't think I paid more than like $10 to see these iconic bands, coming through that little place,
Yeah.
It's a shame it's not there anymore.
Wow. Yeah, man. Lord have mercy. That was a good, that was a good. And they ain't hardly anything in Raleigh anymore, which freaking sucks,
Yeah.
Just a lot of clubs have shut down. A lot of venues have shut down in the past 4 or 5 years, they shut down, and it sucks. But
hey, y'all got it better than Charlotte. Charlotte is dead when it comes to hard rock and roll, man. I can't tell you how many times where I see artists and I look on their webpage and they just hit all around Charlotte. It's like, why go to Charlotte?
They don't ever go through Raleigh either, man.
Yeah.
You don't hardly ever see any good
Most of
bands.
the major acts go from Atlanta to the Virginia, Baltimore market.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. They all the time.
Once in a while they'll stop in Raleigh or Charlotte or something, but
yeah,
a little bit.
Just all bands.
Most of the major acts, like all tours go through Atlanta. They usually go through DC or Baltimore, but they'll drive right through North Carolina.
Man, that sucks, man.
Yep.
It does. Dadgummit. But I don't know, man.
But at least we got to see the good ones for a really good price during a really good time.
Yeah.
When go see Great White and White. Remember that?
Did both of y'all go with me to see Aerosmith at Reynolds with Dawkins? Didn't all of us go?
David didn't go, but I went.
I didn't
remember
go.
that night very well.
Yeah, that was like $14, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't beat that.
That was a good show, man. That was a good show. It really
and
was.
I've still got the cassette. Remember, I snuck that little Walkman in and recorded.
Yeah, where Don Dokken dropped the mic.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was a fun night, man. We had a good time.
Yeah,
we had a good time.
Hey, I hate to say it, but we got like 8 minutes left.
8 minutes?
Wow. Yeah, I know. Time is flying, man.
So what can we do to hold these people's attention for 8 minutes?
Walter, why don't you excuse me, Walt, why don't you tell them some of the records and stuff that are coming out right now? Because there's got to be some great stuff coming out this year. I've seen some already.
Yeah. Just this Friday, we've got Roger Waters. He's redone Dark Side of the Moon.
That's cool. Wow.
Recorded that one. We've got a Stone Temple Pilot compilation called Thank You on light blue vinyl. That's coming out Friday. Of course, the Van Halen box set.
Yeah.
That's I got it today because I'm a retailer, but it hits the stores on Friday.
There you go.
That's long overdue. Van Halen fans have been wanting that one for years.
Yep.
Pretty much from 1989 on up, they made cassettes and CDs, and none of that really good Sammy Hagar stuff was put on vinyl until today, or this Friday, rather.
There you go.
Actually, one of my favorite bands has a new record coming out the 20th, Rival Sons. They've got another one out called Lightbringer, recorded in Nashville. Those guys blow my mind. I've seen them 4 times.
Are they like Southern rock sound, or are they?
No, man. They are. They're like Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath and Jim Morrison.
Yeah, they're more straight ahead.
Jeez.
Yeah,
that sounds pretty cool.
I'll tell you what happened. Years ago, I was listening to Eddie Trunk, and some guy called in, and he was like, "Are there any good bands that sound like the bands I used to listen to in the 70s and 80s?" And Eddie Trunk was like, "Well, you should listen to Dirty Honey, Ghost, and Rival Sons." And I love Dirty Honey. They're just badass. I really didn't understand Ghost, but as soon as I heard Rival Sons, my mind was blown, and I've been a fan ever since. They're an amazing
Rival
band.
Sons. Okay.
Yeah, I actually checked them out, Walt, because you said something one time. I put something about bands on there, and you said this is a band from whatever time period that you need to check out. So I actually started listening to them specifically because you said, "Hey, you need to check them out." So you were my Eddie Trunk.
I'm hoping I sent you a link to Feral Roots. That's probably their best record from 2019.
I'll have
nothing against the new one or the one coming out, but that's pretty much their landmark album.
Oh yeah.
It's called what? Feral Roots.
Feral Roots.
Okay.
It was up for a Grammy and it got beat by Tool. That year they had the Grammys with no people in the audience during COVID or whatever.
Yeah,
they were up for a Grammy for Rock Album of the Year. But
Tool. That's another crazy band.
Cool deal, and I think I sent you a link, David. Record Store Day, they're doing the Eric Carr picture disc with the Kiss makeup. Did you see that?
Yeah, I got to see if there's any way you can send that to me. Because I kind of want that. So
they've got it on CD and vinyl, and it's available November 24th. So
I'll probably talk to you offline because I kind of want that. I love.
I knew you would.
So
and on another one I saw that reminded me of Jeff. They're releasing the Steeler record with Ron Kill and Yngwie Malmsteen.
Oh, wow.
Are they?
Yeah, I don't know. I had that kind of blew me away. You know, I didn't think we'd ever see that one again.
Yeah. Well, I definitely have it in my collection.
Yeah, no doubt. Coming out in November.
Definitely do. You know what's funny? Listening, you can definitely tell who's playing a solo between Ron Kill and Malmsteen.
Oh, I didn't know he played guitar on the record.
Yeah, Ron Kill plays a solo on a few songs, and it's clearly evident that it's Ron Kill instead of Malmsteen.
I couldn't do it. If Yngwie was in the room, I would be like,
no,
dude,
really?
No.
Let me put this down.
Just do your
I threw my
thing.
guitar out. I said, why bother? But anyway.
Jeff, did you ever hear the audio when he was on an airplane drunk?
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, okay.
It was rather obnoxious.
Yngwie effing Malmsteen.
Yeah. You've unleashed the fucking fury.
Yeah, I was going to say, there has been a lot of good records that have come out this year. As far as the stuff I like, it's stuff like Jason Bieler from Saigon Kick released an album, The Defiance, which is offshoot of Danger, Elegant Weapons.
What Weapons? Oh, yeah.
Elegant Weapons, which is Judas Priest guitarist. Extreme's album is unbelievable. There's been Steel Panther, Sweet and Lynch, Winger.
How could you not like Steel Panther?
I know.
Ask Eddie Trunk. He can't stand him. That's a long story, but I love them.
They're so talented.
They're fun.
They're fun, but they're talented, man.
Yeah, and they sell a lot of tickets. They usually do like 1,500 seaters and 800 seaters, and they do really good in that market. You know,
people miss that stuff, man. You know,
yeah. I can't wait to go see them.
And their banter between songs is just as entertaining as the songs themselves.
I'm sure.
You know?
Here you go.
It's hilarious. Ah, Lexi.
Sexy Lexi, man.
Sexy Lexi.
I hate that he's gone, but you know, hey, you got to do stuff. But
you know, I didn't think that was real, but apparently he's gone.
Yeah. I think honestly, I don't think he wanted to tour because you know, for a long time they just did it pretty much right there in California. And most of those guys are married and stuff. And I just think I could be 100% wrong. I just think he wanted to stay close to home, but he's got a band. But you know, we got about a minute and a half. Is there anything else you guys want to throw out there before we wrap it up?
I'm just glad we're doing this. This very cool.
Wrap it up.
It's fun. It's fun, man. This is kind of what we wanted to do, and hopefully people will kind of hopefully they'll want to just listen and comment and all that. But one thing I was going to say, I'm going to start trying to put links to songs we mentioned, bands we mentioned. If we show pictures, if y'all want to put it on the Facebook link to it, we'll do that just so people, you know, can see a little bit more.
Indeed. And if we got other friends that want to come join us, they're more than welcome to, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or if they can suggest a name, because neither one of us have been able to come up with a good name.
Yeah. Know? If somebody has a name, please tell us. Because
it's really simple. We're three guys in our early 50s. We're from Garner. We like metal and we like to make people laugh, and that's pretty much the gimmick. You know?
Yeah.
Well, guys,
in a nutshell, right there. Yeah, pretty much.
Zoom's about to pull the plug, huh?
It is. I can see it counting down. Let's try to do this again next week if all of our schedules work out, and let's try to pick a topic where we can just tear into it. But man, it is so good talking to you guys and seeing you guys. And at some point, I'm coming down there, and we're gonna all three